There's a big crack.
This week on Always On, a special look back
at some of the toughest and most indestructible gadgets we've ever tested.
We're counting down to the toughest gadget of them all. Always On is on. Because I don't have enough chocolate in my ear, I need to add beer too. Welcome to Always On. I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Jeff Cannata.
And this is the show where we take a look at the tech that's part of your life.
And your future.
Now, season 5 is almost upon us, but before we get into new shows, we thought we'd take a little walk back through memory lane.
Yes, we're going to look at the entire history of Always On, even before I joined the crew, and showed you guys really how to torture gadgets.
We did okay on our own, but even once Jeff came, there were some gadgets that absolutely stunned us with their ability to survive just about anything.
Yeah, and we're going to do this top 5 style. So we're going to count down, starting with number 5, which is a rugged camera that I really had a lot of fun torturing.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get some photos in the water as I'm surfing. I got beat up out there, pummeled by those waves. But it's, you know, it's doing fine. It was beating me all over my torso, and it's held up. So, water test, basically a pass. Just hanging out, just having my beer. Whoa, oh no! And it says it's still recording. Look at you, Iron Man. Here we go. Oh no. There's a big crack. There's a big crack. The Optio WG2. It takes a licking and it keeps on clicking.
That's also when we found out that Jeff has a gift for this kind of thing.
Well, I wouldn't say that the camera was in good condition when I was done with it. It needed a little taping.
It did.
It still survived.
It took pictures. Okay, we also discovered a little later on that our producers have a gift for coming up with creative torture test ideas, like when the waterproof Sony Xperia Z came out. Pfft, who needs water?
No.
Okay, so first up, I'm gonna put it in our container here. Then I'm gonna cover it with tempered chocolate, and then it's gonna go into the freezer to set up into a nice, yummy chocolate bar. Here we go. Oh, wow, that's a lot of, oh, geez. Oh, that's so much chocolate. Not a nice thing to do to a phone. All right, come with me over here. I wanna make sure my phone is well and truly coated, and we're gonna make it into a chocolate bar by putting it in the freezer. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah. That is looking delicious. I think there's really only one way to break this chocolate up, and we're just gonna have to do like a mini drop test. There's still really a lot of chocolate on here, so I think it's gonna need like a little bit of a bath. It's supposed to be waterproof. This is like the least of the things that could happen to it today. Nice hot water, really peel this chocolate back here. Oh yeah, we're getting some meltage. I see our screen is going a little crazy. It's not having too much trouble with the water here. It's mainly just the chocolate in its joints. It is pretty remarkable to give a phone like a complete sink bath and have it just not have a problem. But all in all, I think our Sony Xperia Z has passed the chocolate test with flying colors. It was actually amazing because that one test pretty much incorporated the heat, the cold, the drop, the water, all of it.
Hot chocolate, cold chocolate, chocolate. It's a lot of chocolate.
Really, any chocolate.
It's right.
Pretty hardcore phone.
Very impressive.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our top 3 toughest gadgets, including the one we call the zombie.
Brains.
Welcome back, everybody. We're counting down our top 5 toughest gadgets that we've ever tested here on Always On.
That's right, we're gonna keep it rocking, and what, did I say rock?
I think you did.
I think a giant rock is a great way to torture a gadget.
I think so too. We went looking for a location with a lot of different options, and we landed here at American Soil and Stone, where we're going to scratch, drop, and dunk our poor little MacBook. Let's get to it. Ooh, it's in there. That was awesome. So I'm betting that it's a little bit scratched up. Turns out, a little bit tougher than I thought, at least in the scratch department. Well, so now the thing about our MacBook Pro is that it's really dirty. So I think it's time for it to get a little shower while it's open. Oh, that's terrible. That's just awful. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have some scratching. A couple more dents. Nothing too serious. 3, 2, 1. Oh! The hinge feels a little tight, but the screen is okay. Well, now that can't be good. Oh, the hinge doesn't want to open at all. Oh, we have cracked the Retina display. But I gotta say, nowhere near the shattering that I might expect. If this thing still comes on after drying out, I'm gonna call that usable. I'm sorry to say, I think our MacBook Pro is dead. Wait, just when we thought it was dead, it came back on. This guy is unquestionably construction grade. I was the doubter, but I can't even believe what that laptop went through.
It's very impressive. That is amazing that it even came on at all.
Yeah, I mean, survived is a little strong, but still.
Yeah, it's certifiably tough.
Super tough. All right, speaking of which, here's number 2 on our list. This is the gadget that went through the whole regular torture test gamut, and then it was still so strong that we just threw it in the wash.
As one does.
There were complaints that I went a little easy on the Galaxy S3 compared to the iPhone, which had to go through the washer. So as promised, the S3 is now getting the same treatment in the washing machine. In goes the phone, and I'm gonna wash it on cold. Away we go. It's so dramatic to watch it go around. Oh, like it just got an email. I can't believe it's still on the Wi-Fi. That's awesome. I'm right here. Our wash cycle is done. Let's rescue our Galaxy S3 and I'm assuming dry it out for a while. Okay. Here is our, oh my goodness. The notification light is still going. Look at that, you see that? So the screen doesn't come on, but that is one really tough LED right there. So here is the Samsung Galaxy S3 that went through the washer, and I'm not even bothering with the bag of rice because check it out. It's totally fine. We dried it out for 24 hours, took it out to see if it was all right, and it came on like no problem. This thing is amazing.
Who hasn't put their phone in the washing machine, or at least come very close?
Apparently everyone. We had a ton of requests for that particular test, and it's only fair to point out that we did the same thing with the iPhone 4S, and it came out a brick. So good job.
This is why it's on the list.
That's right, Galaxy S3.
Speaking of the list, we have now come to number 1. But first, some honorable mentions. All right, here we are. It's time to find out who is number one, the toughest gadget we've ever tested.
That's right.
What is it?
It is the first one, actually, that we ever tested. And I admit, we were still learning. But even when we upped the ante a lot, we could not kill this thing. Check it out. I'm sorry, you guys. There is one device that we're taking out of the giveaway pool. And that is our so far indestructible iPad, because everything we've done to it, it's been okay. Okay, now it has water in it.
Yeah, and liquid nitrogen.
It has no case, and it's going in.
I think it's gonna last. I think it's gonna survive.
Let's see.
In it goes, and then
It actually sounds like it's frying.
I know it sounds
It looks
exactly
like
like
it's
a fryer, and it looks like it too. The bubbles are actually.
just one
The
on.
screen,
they're quite
screen's
pretty.
on.
The screen. No.
Can you guys see that? Yeah, look.
The screen is on. All right. Well, now that it's well and truly frozen, it wouldn't be a liquid nitrogen test if we didn't go a little bit Terminator on it. We're gonna go ahead and drop this one.
Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Drop it. Oh! Is that screen?
It's not okay.
I actually think it was so strong it dented the cement.
It dented the cement.
Okay, here we go, guys. Let's pick up the pieces here.
What? You guys!
Yeah!
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, that is a pass. This thing is still kicking. That's unbelievable.
There has been a lot of carnage on this episode, but liquid nitrogen?
That was insane. When it came on and then came on again, I mean, the crowd was going crazy. I was
So
actually
cool.
a little nervous. I was having Terminator flashbacks.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's very impressive. That iPad built very well.
Yeah, give that one to your kids.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. And please tell us your craziest torture test stories, because they might show up on the show sometime.
I love getting those recommendations. People are always tweeting me like, oh, you should do this, you should do that.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It's great TV. Email us, alwayson@cnet.com. You can also send suggestions on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. That's it for this Festival of Destruction. Coming up next week, it's the Always On Season 5 premiere.
And don't worry, there's going to be lots of destruction in Season 5, too.
Yeah.
See you then.
Thanks for watching Always On. I'm a disaster. I just
went
came
on.
back on.
The logo went on.
It really
refuses
wants to
die.
lose. You can give that to any kid you want. For example, oh, that was terrible. It hurt my finger.
That camera just fell into a burning ring of fire. Does anybody have a hot dog? You have a hot dog? You need a hot dog?